For 30 years, the Premier League has operated under a protected sky, a glass ceiling known as the Big Six. It was a closed shop, a hierarchy of wealth, history, and power that dictated who was allowed to dream and who was forced to simply exist. But in the winter of 2025, that ceiling hasn't just been cracked, it has been shattered into 1,000 pieces. This isn't a Leicester-style miracle, and it isn't a flash in the pan.
Unai Emery has been around the block, and he's a fantastic manager. A little bit of consistency, a few wins, and you do fly up that league quite quickly because everybody's dropping points.
What we are witnessing at Villa Park is something far more dangerous to the status quo. It is a calculated, tactical, hostile takeover. Aston Villa is no longer interrupting the conversation. They are directing it. With 10 consecutive home wins and a tactical system that has turned the world's most expensive squads into malfunctioning messes, the fear has become real.
You have to feel proud of everything we are doing, but of course we want more.
The Big Six didn't just fear a new rival, they feared a team that could play them at their own game and win.
What about Aston Villa's title challenge? Is it a real one, Mas?
As we talk at the moment, they're flying. They've won 9 on the trot. I don't personally think they will be there at the end, in my opinion. I just don't think their squad's big enough. But if we're living in the moment and we're talking about the here and now, they're in a title race.
Today we break down the blueprint of a nightmare. This is the tactical autopsy of how Unai Emery turned a sleeping giant into the most terrifying unit in English football. This is why Aston Villa is becoming exactly what the Premier League feared the most. To understand the monster, you have to understand the creator. In 2019, Unai Emery left England as a punchline. He was the man who couldn't speak the language, the man who couldn't follow Wenger, the man who was too tactical for his own good. That version of Emery is dead.
Villa have just played the worst 10 minutes in their 150-year history.
The man who returned to the Premier League is a tactical zealot, a manager who views a football pitch not as a game, but as a geometry problem.
But there are signs, worrying signs, if you're a Villa fan, the drop-off from what happened last season, last 30 Champions League, flying high.
At Villa, he didn't just find a squad, he found a blank canvas willing to be painted by his obsession. Emery's brilliance lies in the bait. Most teams try to dominate the ball to keep you away from their goal. Emery does the opposite. He invites you.
It's not only tactically as well as individually. And sometimes we are on the field lazy, I don't know why.
They use Emi Martinez as an extra outfielder, drawing the opposition's press until they are overcommitted. And then they strike. This is what coaches call artificial transitions. Villa creates the chaos of a counter-attack while they are still in possession of the ball. They bait you into a high press, wait for the trigger, and then explode through the lines. It's a trap that has claimed the scalps of City, Arsenal, and United already this season. Emery isn't just winning games, he's making world-class managers look like amateurs who haven't done their homework. If Emery is the brain, the high line is the weapon. It is the most controversial, high-risk and terrifying defensive strategy in the world. And in 2025, Villa has turned it into a science. Statistically, Villa's defensive line is an anomaly. They play higher than almost anyone in Europe, often sitting 40 or 50 yards from their own goal. It looks like suicide, but look closer. It is a squeeze. By compressing the pitch, they suffocate the opponent's creative midfielders. There is no room to breathe, no room to turn. This is where the fear lives. For a striker, playing against Villa is a psychological nightmare. You think you've timed your run perfectly, you feel the grass open up. But the trap snaps shut. It destroys the rhythm of the game. It frustrates the world's best attackers until they stop making the runs altogether. And if you do break through, you face the final boss. Emiliano Dibu Martinez. In 2025, Martinez isn't just a goalkeeper, he is a psychological barrier. His sweeper-keeper stats are in the top 1% globally. He cleans up the through balls, but more importantly, he wins the mental war. Whether it's his time wasting, his dancing, or his point-blank saves, He is the embodiment of Villa's defiance. He is the villain the Premier League hates, and the hero Villa Park worships. A high line and a tactical manager are nothing without the engine. In the summer of 2024, Villa made a statement with the signing of Amadou Onana. In late 2025, we are seeing the full maturation of that investment. The midfield balance of Onana, Tielemans, and captain John McGinn is the most balanced trio in England. Onana provides the physical shield, a 6'4" titan who cleans up every loose ball. But it's the evolution of Youri Tielemans that has unlocked the system. Tielemans is the metronome. While Emery screams instructions from the touchline, Tielemans is the one executing the La Pausa. He knows when to slow the game down to invite the press, and when to fire the vertical bullet to the attackers. And then there's John McGinn, the heartbeat, the man who bridges the gap between the old Villa and the new elite. His versatility allows Emery to switch from a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-3-1 mid-game without making a substitution. This tactical fluidity is why teams can't figure them out. You prepare for one Villa and you end up playing 3 different ones in 90 minutes. But tactics only take you so far. To be feared, you need someone to pull the trigger. You need the executioners. Ollie Watkins is the most underrated striker of the modern era. He is the first line of defence and the last line of attack. His ability to stretch defences with constant selfless running is what creates the void for others to exploit. But in the 2025-26 season, he isn't the one grabbing all the headlines. Enter Morgan Rogers. If Lamine Yamal is the glitch in Spain, Morgan Rogers is the system breaker in England. In December 2025, Rogers has become the most dangerous transition player in the league. Standing at 6'2" with the feet of a winger and the strength of a tank, he is a physical mismatch for every fullback in the country. He currently leads Villa with 7 goals and 5 assists. He is the X factor that Emery's rigid system needed, a player who can deviate from the plan to create a moment of pure, unadulterated brilliance. With the recent arrival of Daniel Malen and the resurgence of Emiliano Buendia, Villa's attack has become a multi-headed hydra. Cut off one, and 2 more appear. They don't need 20 shots to kill you, they only need 3. Their efficiency in the final third, their expected goals conversion, is the highest it has been in club history. They aren't just attacking, they are executing a plan with clinical, cold-blooded precision. For decades, the Big Six looked down at Villa Park as a historical monument, a relic of a bygone era when Villa conquered Europe in 1982. They thought the giant was dead. They were wrong. The giant was just sleeping. And Unai Emery has woken it up with a vengeance. The Premier League feared this day, the day when a traditional club combined modern tactical genius with elite recruitment and a fearless mentality. The day when the hierarchy was no longer protected by money or history. Aston Villa isn't just challenging for the top 4, they are coming for the crown. The nightmare for the Big Six isn't that Villa had a good season. The nightmare is that this is the new normal. If you believe Aston Villa can actually win the Premier League title in 2026, let us know in the comments. Is Unai Emery now the best manager in the league? Subscribe to 11 Guards for more deep dive tactical breakdowns of the teams who are breaking the game.